Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Um, I I got a trade in from Dwayne Clark over there at Clark's Kentucky Knives. Um, we were talking the other day, and I don't even remember how we got on the subject, but uh, about Sodbusters and Sodbuster Juniors in particular. Um, but he had mentioned that there were two particular knives that he was missing in his collection. I won't say what they were or what they are. Uh, well, they aren't anymore. He has them, so they're not missing anymore. Um, but I hit him up after thinking a little bit, and I offered them to him. Like I said, I knew it was two that he was missing. I had them, and so I went ahead and offered them to him. Didn't want anything crazy in return. Just trying to help out a buddy. So I offered a trade, and we worked something out. So that's what started this video. I traded for some Sodbusters, and then I was figured, why not pull them all out and just show what I have in my collection. Um, but this was one that we had traded for. So he sent this one to me. This is actually the green apple Sodbuster. I've actually gotten everything written down, so I didn't have a bunch of boxes sitting around. But it's the 2025. They just came out, not too long ago, fairly recent. But 2025. There we go. Get those dots in there. Pattern number 6137. And I won't go over the pattern number with all of these. They're all going to be 37s. They're all the Sodbuster Junior pattern. But like I said, this was the green apple. And as you know, most of the time the Sodbusters come darker than the other patterns that typically have a bolster on either end. They just don't do as much finish work to the Sodbusters as they have to do on the other ones. But I took it upon myself. These, like I said, are usually really, really green. You can see some of the dark green still in some of the jig. But I wanted to give it a little bit more of a pocket worn look and bring out some of that true apple green color. I may work a little bit more on this side, but this was just something I was tinkering with last night and threw in the pocket. But yeah, just a little bit of sandpaper, nothing crazy aggressive. I think I was using 320 to start out with, and I might have moved up to 600. But anyways, just to kind of knock down, the high spots and, kill some of that dark green. But then I come back with a little steel wool, and it tends to kind of round the edges a little bit, so they're not such a hard flat surface, like it would be if you just left it with sandpaper. So yeah, just you can see it real good on the show side, just how kind of bubbled looking the surface looks. Just got a little smoother look to it. Anyways, just a personal preference, but I like the way it turned out. So that was one that we had worked on. This was another one that he sent me. This is the sky blue, and this is a 2024. Got 6 dots there. This is the Crandall jig, and in case I didn't mention the green apple, that was a peach seed jig. So the crandall jig is almost just kind of, if you can imagine a peach seed that isn't staggered, it's just kind of stacked kind of looking. Anyways, so yeah, that's the sky blue. Really pretty. I may do a little bit of sanding on this one too. I don't know. I may not do it. I always think of things. I get a knife in and get ideas, but just need to start being happy with what comes in. Stop tinkering with everything. Anyways, again, that's the 2024 sky blue. Real pretty light blue. Now the next one is the PB&J. This is the first release, so this is in the stainless steel. And again, I tinkered with this one, added a little bit of extra burn to it, because as we know, the first release in the stainless steel, they didn't have a whole lot of burn on most of them. That was a lot of people's complaints, but I was pretty happy with mine. Just added a little extra burn to it, but again, that's the PB&J, and I believe this is actually on the box. It's just called burnt ultraviolet, I think, something like that. This is another 2024 6 dots. I'm going to try to run through these kind of fast. I don't want to keep y'all here too long. This is the Deep Canyon jig, and y'all probably noticed that. I did add a half stop to this one, and a little thumb jimping on the top. This again, hunter green Deep Canyon jig, and this originally just this line right here where my finger is pointing at all the way through was originally like this. So you got your deep canyon, piece or valley in the middle, and then individual jigs. So that's how this one was. Again, tinkering, I just continued. Instead of individual jigs, I just connected them all and just made another deep valley. Did that on the back side as well, pile side. And this one's thick. Most of the bone ones, they're kind of thin. This one's got a little bit extra meat to it. So, and the Deep Canyon jig, it gives you something to hold on to. It's not as smooth as a lot of the others, but I do really like this one. I need to sharpen this one, put it on the stone. Quite a few of these haven't been carried yet, just because I haven't sharpened them. When it comes to case knives, I always put an edge on the knife before I carry it. If I haven't, then it stays in the drawer until I do. Yeah. So just another one that I've tinkered with. You'll see that's kind of a ongoing pattern here. This is just one of your synthetic orange. This was a 2021, and I actually found a few of these at a local Pilot gas station, and they were on sale for, I think they were $20 each, if I remember right. So I picked up 3 of them. I think I gifted one to Who did I gift it to? Chuck Briar Patch. He's got one, and then I actually modded one up and sent it to somebody. Sold it. But yeah, so really cool. It's something about the synthetic one. I love the bone ones. They're beautiful, but the synthetic ones, you just feel like you can kind of toss them around. Just kind of the appeal to them for me. So, and here's another orange synthetic one. I believe I got this one on Whatnot, late night Whatnot purchase. If I remember, I had a pretty good deal on this one, because a lot of the times these will go for a little bit more. But this is a 2024. The Bigfoot on there. Stainless steel. And then right up here we've got the raccoon one, and this one's been pretty modified. I added a lanyard hole to this one. I've actually, I think I did a video just kind of solely on this knife in the past, but this is a 2024, I believe. Yeah, 2024. Half stops or half stop, clip point, finger jimping, and a little bit wider thumb jimping, just for a little extra purchase. I figured you'd need that more for the thumb than the finger. But yeah, just again, always tinkering with things. Half stops are really nice. I really like the half stops on these. And no, they don't come, for those that don't know, they don't come with half stops, so I add those. This here is a 2021, and this one is in CV. I believe I got this one at a Tractor Supply, if I remember right. Good old yellow Delrin. Can't beat them. And from that point on, these are all going to be carbon. This originally was an amber bone, but I wanted to dye it. I had some leftover dye from another knife, and so I tossed this one in there. And this is a 2024. Again, that's in carbon steel. And I may be on the minority, but I'm not a big fan of the newer amber bone. The old amber bone just had a different look to it. The new amber bone is just too pale, in my opinion. This is like I said, I'm probably on the minority there, but just talking. This is another PB&J. I got this one from Michael Hale. We worked out a trade, and which I won't give any details, but he sent me a knife to modify. So that was our trade, and he sent this. This is the payment, but this is the peanut butter and jelly. This is the second release, I guess you'd call it, and this is in the carbon steel. They're at $10.95, and I haven't carried this one. I have cut, I believe I cut a hot dog for my daughter here at the house. If I remember right, I could be wrong on that, but I think it was a hot dog. But yeah, so I don't want to carry it until I do his job. So yeah, so that's another PB&J. This one, this is one that a lot of people are after, and I'm thrilled to have this one in my collection. Shout out to Ryan at RH Blade and Shade. He hit me up. He knew I didn't have any whiskey bones at the time, and yeah, he hooked me up. We worked out a deal, and this is a 2016. If I remember right, I believe it's 2016, and that's in the chrome vanadium, which Case doesn't use. But I can tell you, just by sharpening chrome vanadium, Case's chrome vanadium versus their carbon steel, whatever that might be. I've heard 1065, I've heard 1075, 85. I've heard it's just regular old 1095. So at whatever it is, I can tell you the chrome vanadium seems to be a harder metal, at least when you're sharpening. And that's just, I mean, my opinion. I could be wrong, but just when I sharpen the two, it just seems like it takes just a little bit more, to get the chrome vanadium where you want it or where I want it. But again, Ryan, I thank you for this one. Just a beautiful orange. And now that fall is here, that one is going to be in my pocket, I feel, more often. And lastly, we have a 2024 Smoky Valley Sunset. This was the second release that they did. I can't remember what year the first release came out, but it was a few years prior. This is in 1095. And real pretty. I actually had one of the originals, and I did a trade. Kind of kicked myself afterward because I was like, I'll probably never get one of those again, or it's going to take something to get it. And then not long after, Smoky Mountain Knife Works announced that they were going to be releasing these again. So I was tickled and knew I needed to grab one. Now, yes, they do look different. These are a bit darker, but I'm pretty happy with mine. I know some of them came out really dark, and I probably would have been unhappy with that. But no, I can't complain too much about this one. Just real pretty, I think. Just kind of reminds me of a bonfire or something. I don't know. Just the colors. Just, y'all see it? Not so much on this side, but this side. Just looks like flames kind of running up the handle. That's what I see. Anyways, so those are my 12. Those are the Sodbuster Juniors, Case Sodbuster Juniors that I have. Now I have some from other companies, other name brands, but I figured this was just kind of showing the trade was a good transition into just showing all of the juniors. So hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I appreciate all of y'all for hanging out with me, and hopefully it wasn't too long, and maybe you learned something. I don't know. Anyways, thanks again. I hope everybody has a good rest of their week, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.